Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're taking a fascinating journey straight into the center of your body's ultimate filtration system, your liver. Have you ever wondered what it takes to actually reverse the damage of a modern lifestyle? Well, we're looking at some incredible insights on natural remedies for fatty liver disease. And trust me on this, the answer is a lot closer and definitely a lot greener than you might think. Let's get started. Okay, let's dive into this. What if healing your liver was right there at your local market produce stand? You know the feeling, right? When we get those abnormal health checkup results back, panic sets in immediately. Our very first instinct is to run straight to the pharmacy and just drop a huge amount of money on expensive liver supplements, detox pills, and these complex chemical regimens. But what if the true lasting remedy was just waiting for you in the vegetable aisle, and for a fraction of the cost? Let's look at Section 1, the silent liver threat. Now, to understand the cure, we really have to understand the core of the problem first. For so many of us, especially the modern working adult who's constantly eating sweet, fatty street foods and, just sitting at a desk all day, a perfect storm is brewing. And here is the most terrifying part about it. The liver is a silent organ. It's notoriously stoic. It literally doesn't complain. You don't feel a sudden ache or sharp pain when your liver starts accumulating fat. It simply takes the abuse day in and day out, completely masking the problem until it's often way too late and the damage is severe. So that sudden agitation, that sheer panic you feel when a routine blood test comes back showing elevated liver enzymes, yeah, that's the reality of fatty liver disease. It creeps up on you completely without warning. This brings us to a brilliant perspective from Taiwanese functional medicine expert Dr. Xu Xieshan. When we contrast expensive supplements with our daily dietary habits, Dr. Hu emphasizes that, honestly, we often have our priorities totally backward. We really shouldn't be relying on high-priced pills to forcefully fix years of damage overnight. Instead, the most effective, highly accessible, and sustainable solution is actually found in everyday dietary habits. It's all about changing what you eat daily to support your body's natural function, rather than just slapping a Band-Aid on the symptoms with a pill. Moving right along to Section 2, the tiny detox powerhouse. Now, what's really interesting about this is, where exactly do we start? Let me shrink you down to the cellular level for a second. We're talking about broccoli sprouts. And no, these are not the full-grown, tree-like broccoli heads you're used to seeing. These are the baby plants. They're just 3 to 5 days old. They look like delicate, tiny little microgreens, but please do not let their size fool you. Inside these tiny sprouts is a biological engine. Notice that massive number, 50x. What does that actually mean? Well, these tiny sprouts contain up to 50 times the amount of a crucial compound precursor compared to a fully mature head of broccoli. To put that into perspective, you would have to eat an absolute mountain of regular cooked broccoli to get the exact same detoxifying power found in just one small, easy-to-manage handful of these fresh sprouts. And the compound responsible for this extraordinary capability? It's called sulforaphane. Think of sulforaphane as a powerful biological catalyst. It basically acts as the heroic detox trigger that your body desperately needs to recover. When you consume it, it actively signals your cells to reduce liver cell stress. And more importantly, clinical observations show it significantly improves the key indicators of fatty liver disease. It's actively fighting against the cellular damage and inflammation caused by our modern heavy diets. To understand how it works, we have to look at how your liver actually cleans itself. Sulforaphane supercharges what scientists call phase 2 detoxification. This is the liver's crucial process of actually neutralizing and flushing out the bad stuff. See, your liver is constantly processing heavy metals from the environment, daily chemicals we absorb, and complex food residues. Phase 2 is where the liver takes those toxins, makes them water-soluble, and then safely escorts them right out of your body. These sprouts essentially put this vital cleanup phase into total overdrive. But, and this is absolutely crucial to making this work, how you eat them matters entirely. You absolutely must eat broccoli sprouts raw. Heat completely destroys the delicate enzymes needed to create that superhero compound, sulforaphane. So, how do we ground this in everyday delicious reality? Well, in a vibrant culinary culture like Thailand, it's actually incredibly easy. You can toss them fresh into a salad. You can dip them raw into your favorite spicy nam prik, Thai chili paste for a fresh crunch. Or, if you're in a rush, simply blend a handful into your morning vegetable or fruit smoothie. Let's move to and see how this builds, because we just talked about the micro-level sprouts, but we cannot ignore the macro-level mature broccoli. Looking at them side by side, on one side, we have raw broccoli sprouts loaded with sulforaphane for direct cellular liver detox. On the other side, we have mature cooked broccoli, which is packed with dense fiber and a compound called I3C for gut health. To truly heal, your body doesn't just need one or the other. It really requires the incredible synergy of both of them working together. Which brings us to Section 3, the gut-guarding broccoli. Let's zoom out from the individual cells for a moment and look at your entire digestive tract. This brings us to the mature broccoli you are already highly familiar with, the kind you see in your favorite lunch stir-fries. While the sprouts act as the cellular trigger, the mature broccoli plays an entirely different but equally crucial defensive role for your body. It acts as your intestinal guard. When you eat it, its dense, fibrous structure travels through your digestive system, acting almost like a sponge or a net. It uses that fiber to physically trap waste and toxins right there in the intestines. Why does this matter so much for your liver? Well, because if those toxins just sit in your gut, they can be reabsorbed right back into your bloodstream, sending them straight back to the liver to be processed all over again. The fiber in broccoli literally stops that toxic recycling loop in its tracks. Furthermore, mature broccoli contains a fantastic compound called I3C, or indole 3-carbonyl. Think of I3C as your body's environmental shield. Every single day, we're exposed to environmental chemicals, airborne pollutants, and food additives. I3C helps manage that chemical buildup before it even has a chance to overwhelm your system. By dealing with these compounds early on, it takes a massive daily toxic load directly off your liver's shoulders, allowing your liver the breathing room it desperately needs to focus on healing itself. And this brilliantly illustrates a very common, very real concern, the dreaded bloat. We've all been there, right? A lot of working adults with sensitive digestion avoid cruciferous vegetables altogether because they cause gas and bloating. But check out this perfect prep method to solve that entirely. Step 1, add just a little bit of water to the pan. Step 2, steam or gently stir fry. Step 3, cook for only 3 to 5 minutes. That is the sweet spot. Cooking it just enough breaks down those tough fibrous walls so it becomes easily digestible and won't cause bloating, but doing it quickly ensures you retain all of those vital liver-protecting nutrients. Let's wrap it up with Section 4, your daily diet plan. All right, so we've covered the cellular science, the gut biome, and the absolute best cooking methods. Now let's bring it all back to your kitchen table with Dr. Sue's weekly blueprint. It is beautifully, effectively simple. First, commit to eating mature cruciferous veggies, like broccoli, cabbage, or cauliflower, about 3 to 5 times a week. That is your gut guard. Second, eat exactly 1 handful of fresh, raw broccoli sprouts daily. That is your cellular detox trigger. That's literally it. Reversing the trajectory of a fatty liver doesn't require a complex spreadsheet. It just requires establishing this highly practical, highly affordable weekly habit. So the crucial point is this: healing starts at the local market, not the pharmacy. And consistency is the key. You can't just eat a bowl of broccoli once and expect a medical miracle. But making these inexpensive, smart, targeted food choices consistently over weeks and months, that is infinitely more powerful and much kinder to your wallet than panic buying expensive, unproven supplements every single time you get a health scare. It is all about empowering your body to do what it does best. I really want to leave you with this final provocative thought. Your liver suffers in silence. It works tirelessly for you every single second of every single day, without ever asking for a break or complaining about the workload. Take a look at your plate. Look at your next meal. What are you feeding it today? Are you giving it the tools it needs to thrive and detoxify, or are you just giving it more work to do? The choice to heal, quite literally, is right there in your hands.